Girl, hey, you get out. And she got to her feet and began to shout. You a jive soul bro, a jive soul bro, and you're always lying to your friends. You're a jive soul bro, a jive soul bro, and you never get nothing in the end. What you talking about, ladies? This is the Slickster talking to you. I don't do nothing but tell the truth. Well, they thought this dude might learn a lesson, but I didn't learn a thing at all. While
Oh no! There. Our table! It's broken!
No, that was a big one. That motherfucker tripping. Sorry, y'all. I know I ain't no name supposed to talk, but that shit was funny.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Now come on up, band, and break it down for the Slickster now.
That was legitimate.
Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up. It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
If your ass is not boogieing in your motherfucking seat right now, your ass is tripping. Even if your ass is sipping. I'm sorry, this shit right here will make a senior citizen with a hip replacement get out there and risk it all. Pull up, y'all. We about to get this thing popping, y'all. Pull up, stay sipping. Don't go nowhere.
Shut up, bitch.
All because it is time.
Well, miss, I guess I'll be on my way now. You just give me a...
What the fuck, Wild Man? What the fuck, bro?
Talking kayfabe and the wrestling side, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see, we be up on game.
That's disrespectful. That's like slapping a grown ass man. You stomp another grown man in the ass like you got a whole bunch of other places to hit, and you took a whole shit. Hey, fuck you, man.
Devil. That's Pittsburgh slang. So if we blam in Pittsburgh, we don't say slam. We be like, yo, I blam that nigga. Blam is hood slang in Pittsburgh. Instead of us saying slam, we say blam. We be like, yo, I blam that nigga. I took him to the 12th and I took him to the devil.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Took him to the 12th is here. Dropped him off at the devil is when we boom.
Yeah, drop him down. Yes, sir. Pull up.
But like us hardcore, I should say us hardcore wrestling fans do it like that. But like my uncle, he didn't know about all that.
Party. I don't know what is going on. Like, yo, they are not. Anytime Bailey would be disappointed. Ding dong, hello, not a damn thing. Interesting story between Mama Lokes and Minnie Ramirez about a name of some kind, maybe Minnie Ramirez. And pull up. Kool-Aid so good, even a diabetic can drink it, and if you ain't sipping, you're tripping. To the crowd on Loving Everybody, did you notice he wasn't getting that same reaction that he had been getting playing the old Babyface? Oh, good to be back, and I love y'all for some of that. Like, people were still going up, but it wasn't as just by itself. But they like, nah, fuck that. We James Hunt sound like, I mean, I know Jackie, what that is. Okay, sound like he got, you know what I'm saying? He sound like he got something about like Foe and Mr. Luscious Hustlers vibe or something. I mean, what's really going on? Hold up. What the hell?
Because Rockstar and 2K, aren't they like under the same umbrella?
Yeah. 2K runs on, Rockstar runs on 2K server. I don't know if they took an O, you know what I'm saying, pulled Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly and, you know what I'm saying, involved blood or what. But, yeah, they're fully in on this Psycho gimmick, if you can't tell. They're fully in. That shit up. I'm talking about just being able to get the L, because you gotta remember, the one is a super big motherfucker, man. Name me money. I got a song that actually I got caught when I was in the Discord, just chilling. Like, I didn't know I was in the Discord. I thought I had left the Discord, but I was in there just like singing to myself out loud, and apparently Philly Fletcher was in there. And that song that I had in mind was that Mark Henry. Somebody gon' get that ass whooped. Somebody gon' get that ass. I mean, that was my song, but I mean, what was your song?
I mean, my song is We Are Family.
Pull up, y'all. Pull up. What is going on? Welcome to Speaking of DTKA Promotions. I am your host, Archie Red, the Kool-Aid Man, a.k.a. the Instigator Commentator, a.k.a. Mr. Clip. Doing the damn thing, y'all. We have off-the-chain freaking show. I mean, we got all kinds of news. A lot of it y'all know. We gonna talk about Mandy Rose being fired. Matt Riddle being suspended and sent to rehab. Bobby Lashley being fired, and what does that mean? We got Vince McMahon allegations that's done came down. We got Chris Jericho losing to a motherfucking jobber. You know what I'm saying? On the live. Also, we got the Holidays Then Confused pay-per-view shit to chop it up about, and y'all gonna want to stay till the end of the show because I have some big ass breaking news, y'all, and some tidbits. Some of y'all may think y'all know what it is, but y'all gonna want the information and the details. Y'all gonna want the tea on this shit right here. Now, I saw some of my sippers pulling up their sippage in the Chizat. So what I want y'all to do is I want y'all to drop that for your boy again while I incognito like fix an image here, because y'all already know what it is. The chat gets popping and you know people start talking and things like that and it gets lost. But I want to be able to give y'all shits the right way. So
my man Scott Wayne got 556 days sipping. My man Marvin got 585. My man Jeff got 235. Kool-Aid so good, even diabetic for drinking. And if your ass ain't sipping, you're tripping. Where the hell the rest of them cups at? Oh, also,
while y'all chiming in doing that, we also have a special guest coming on to the show tonight, y'all. We have an indie wrestler by the name of Najasism or Naja Small, you know what I mean, depending on whatever y'all want to call him by. We're going to ask him about that when he come on, but we also got that coming on for y'all in about like 30 minutes or so. So really more like 20 minutes or so. So I want y'all to get pulled the hell.
My man Travis got 598 days sippage. Buckeye, 151 days sippage. With that, you know what it is. Pull up in. Oh yeah, Alexa Rain giving us 417 days sippage in this thing. Chambers, popping bottles, doing big things.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, y'all. It is freaking going down. Cedric, thank you so much. Pulling up with that like, Matt.
Coming through with that share too. Cedric the publicist also coming through, y'all. Yeah, we gonna talk about that.
We gonna talk about the motherfucking swerve. All that shit. Well, matter of fact, speaking of swerves, we got multiple swerves to talk about in this bitch, y'all. So while y'all pulling up, let me know how the hell y'all doing. Do not also forget to pull your questions up in that prompt that is on your screen. So that way we can get y'all's questions answered here on the show. But also, I'm going to give y'all ample opportunities to call in to the show. I'm not even sure if I used that shit right. I'm probably going to go back and, you know what I'm saying, that was legit. All right, cool. Because I was like, I'm going to go back and watch this on the playback, and I'm going to be firing myself up like, man, I did not even use that shit right. All I had to do was crack open a dictionary, and I got one like right over here. But I got to go ahead, you know what I'm saying? I trust your expertise on that one, you know what I'm saying? So that is what is good. Hey, what about me going viral on TikTok? Well, I appreciate, you know, all of that. Shout out to my man, The Mighty, who actually got us trending on TikTok with the clip. Because, yeah, we was at the Ring of Honor show and AEW, but Ring of Honor clip is the one that's going up right now, where we was actually hitting the clip in the live, y'all. We was going in. Jeff say he tied. You tied? Ain't no such thing as tied. You better go, you know what I'm saying, sip you a A&W or a Barks root beer. You know what I'm saying? Crack open a 5-hour energy. You know what I mean? Get you a couple laps in. You know what I'm saying? Get them endorphins and things like that flowing, bro. And you know what I'm saying? And stay pulling up. Nah, but hey, man, I already know what it is. I know you got work early and things like that, Jeff. So keep that thing pulled up. Portia, what is good with ya? Butler, what is going on? What is going up? So y'all came here for a freaking reason. Let's go ahead and get to it. Let's not waste any time because I got a guest coming on here in 20 minutes, y'all. So let's go ahead. Let's get the big thing out the way right now. Titan, Solidus, and Mighty. Appreciate y'all pulling up with those likes and things right there. As y'all can see, I'm L.I.J'd out in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we up in here rocking. Let's talk about what everybody's already on right now. And that is the Mandy Rose being released from WWE. I've seen a bunch of people have opinions on it. I've seen people who are rushing to judgment. I've been over in groups where there are some people who are legitimately talking porn. And yeah, we about to get into all of that. And also, y'all, if this is the topic that y'all want to discuss and like call in on, this is one of those. I'm constantly tinkering with the format and things like that. So I'm gonna do call-ins right now on the wrestling shit. That's what I want y'all queuing me up for, is the wrestling shit right now. So if y'all want to call in and speak y'all's piece on the Mandy Rose topic, or ask me something, what I think, maybe have a debate, maybe you don't like something I said, feel free to call into the show. All you need to do is slide into my mother freaking DMs. Archie Red, somebody will tag me over there in the comment section somewhere. And yeah, just hit me with a Q in my inbox and we'll get you all set up over here. But, so, Mandy Rose released from WWE following some released videos. Now, this is I actually should have let in with this, and I wrote this down and formatted it. Archie, what the fuck are you gonna format for if you ain't gonna go by the fucking format? Roxanne is your new NXT Women's Champion. Now, this caught a lot of us off guard, considering what we just saw over the weekend at NXT Deadline. They had like Iron Survivor matches. They had one for the men's, one for the women's, which was off the fucking chain, by the way. I mean, that shit, if you have not watched NXT Deadline, go back and watch it. The card was off the freaking chain. But we get that. Roxanne Perez wins that. The word is, rumor out there, however you want to put it, dirt sheets, whatever, had it that she was supposed to face Mandy Rose at New Year's Evil for the NXT Women's Championship. Well, we ended up getting that on Tuesday faster than we thought, and big swerve, you could tell by Booker T's reaction, and now we know why. And the reason being is because Mandy Rose has been fired. And what she's been fired for are photos and videos that were behind a paywall, basically like OnlyFans, but was she basically broke her WWE contract. So before I get into all of this real quick, I'm gonna get to some of y'all sippers' comments because I see y'all running it up already doing this damn thing. He said, did Paige ever get in trouble with the porn with Xavier Woods? Here's the difference, Matt, between Paige and Paige and Mandy Rose. Pull up, looks like we got somebody already trying to chime in on the subject matter. Let's see. Oh, we got 2 people. Okay, hold on, give me 1 second. The difference between Paige and Mandy Rose is Paige's stuff was leaked. You understand? That is a big difference. Is Mandy Rose's content was linked. Caller, welcome on Titan. You are live on Speaking of DTKA Promotions with me, Archie Red, the Kool-Aid Man. Give me 1 second real quick and I'll go ahead and let you chime in here. The difference is, again, like I say, is that Paige's stuff was leaked. Mandy Rose's was content that was behind a paywall. Now remember, WWE is very strict on said things. I know a lot of people want to bring up Zelina Vega. What y'all need to realize about Zelina Vega is that Zelina Vega did not have nudes out there. People hear OnlyFans and they automatically think nudes, porn, and all that bullshit. Y'all, I think y'all are misleading how thirsty us dudes are. You know what I'm saying? And by when I say that, I mean generally speaking. There are motherfuckers paying $200 for pics of this chick with her clothes on. Yes, running up that motherfucking bag. You understand what I'm saying? So Zelina Vega had got released but brought back because, you know, she had dropped the OnlyFans, and y'all know how it is. If you're on WWE, WWE's gonna want some of that paper. You know what I mean? If you're doing that content, which obviously by Zelina Vega being back on TV. So that's the difference between Paige and Mandy Rose, and I've heard a lot of people bring that up. Now, I'm gonna get to the rest of these comments. Titan, go ahead and pull up, man. I see you up in here pulling up with a sip, and I appreciate your patience, brother. Well, what's your take on this whole Mandy Rose situation? Ari, I got you coming up next, my man. Stay sipping.
Well, I have taken the time, and much like everybody else, once the initial shock wore off, it then became, okay, where are all of the the pros and cons of this? And well, I've noticed several things while going back in history and realizing something else, but I'll get to that in a moment. But basically, this should not have been a surprise.
Leon Carter,
why do I say that? It shouldn't have been a surprise because this content that is at the head of all of this controversy is old shit. So they're going back and they're judging her on old shit. That's how they getting everybody anyway. It's based on old shit, not even current stuff. But
with that, I think, and I'm gonna go ahead and dispel that real quick, or not dispel it. There's nothing really to dispel because you're right. The thing is with that, what y'all realize with WWE, they don't care whether it's new or old. Look at homie who got released from MSK. Because at the end of the day, when you have a business that is corporate, you know what I mean? You have shareholders and things like that. Any type of bad publicity that comes out can hurt and affect your bottom line. So if she signed a contract, which the details are in there, you know what I mean? And the explicit content is what got it that broke the the content that she had with WWE, NXT, whatever. You know what I mean? So I feel you on as far as it being old stuff, but that gets tricky and kind of thrown out the window once you get to signing contracts with a company. Those rules that apply to us, you know what I'm saying, common folk, don't apply to these big celebrities here real quick. Buckeye says, if she broke her contract, that's on her. Leon Carter says she got fired because she had a backup plan. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about that as well, and I don't think that that's the reason. I think that a lot of people are quick to jump to, oh, she got fired because they hating on her bag. Y'all, I'm sorry. That I feel like is some of the weakest, lowest common denominator thinking there is out there. That is not how business works. You got to put yourself in, take yourself out of the minds of being a fan and put yourself in the minds of being a businessman or businesswoman. Right. Do you think WWE gives a fuck about, even if Mandy Rose was making $100,000 on the side, do you think WWE, a billion-dollar company, is worried about $100,000? Just to put this in perspective, Bruce Pritchard spent about 200,000 on an opening for the show that Vince McMahon took down the hallway about 20 yards, threw down the toilet, and flushed it like he was Ludacris in Hustle and Flow. That 200,000 just right there out the fucking window. You know what I'm saying? Or down the toilet, literally.
Rose Cartel with 100 stars.
Titan, pull up, man. You got some more, man. You said you had some more. My bad. Go ahead.
And just to add to the point of, of history or whatever, let's just not ever forget that Stephanie once too had she had something similar where a picture of hers was leaked due to due to the hacks going on in Apple or whatever, and she had some news that popped up or whatnot, but that was quickly swept under the rug. But neither here nor there, she now runs the company. But
right, and again, like you say, when you talk about like leaked content, there's one thing for something to be leaked and it's like something like private, but when you're having content that is leaked behind a site and a paywall that you have that's separate, that's when shit gets tricky. And Danny says the thirst for Mandy is real. Oh no, it's been real. And to be honest with you, I just got something to say as far as like I saw the video or whatever. I gotta be honest with you. I thought her chest looked a whole lot better than it did with, you know what I'm saying? Like I was kind of let down, y'all. Like I'm gonna be real with you. Once that thing came off and was in the water, I was a little bit let down. Mandy, don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you fine. You know what I mean? With all that being said, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you still get that tap. But what I'm saying is just, when I saw it, I was just kind of like, aw, damn. Like I was expecting, I was expecting them things to sit like, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe
like JR's puppies.
Nah. I thought they was gonna sit like motherfucking Rachel Starr or something. You know what I'm saying? I thought they was gonna sit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I thought they was gonna be sitting. You know what I'm saying? Like Natalia's now. You know what I'm saying? But they look modified. But anyway, I'm not gonna get into all of that and body shaming thing. But anywho.
But quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Quick to my last point. Just that. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention, but finally she came out and broke the silence or whatever. And guess what? Like I said in the beginning, this shouldn't have been news because she even came out and said she's been expecting this for months since she returned with the whole gimmick thing.
Yeah, because
that's how long she's been waiting to get fired.
Yo, so Chambers, thank you for that like. Yeah, not only that, and Titan, real quick, cause I know we got some more in there, so I'm gonna have to speed it up.
Yeah.
But that's also cause she's been trying to keep this suppressed for a while, and then after a while, she just couldn't anymore. You know what I mean? This is something like she's been out there, she's been waiting, she's known about it, but it just finally hit, which kind of explains like the picture that you see right here on your screen. Lucius West, thanks for that like, my man. Something you could just tell when from her sitting in the ring when she lost and just how quick the turnaround was. Something was just up. Now, at first when it happened, I thought, damn, this is WWE trying to switch things up and make for some great storylines, but nah. That wasn't really the case. Now, Alpha UK says WWE used to encourage Playboy shoots because they made money from it. Today's paywall subscriptions they're doing, WWE doesn't get a cut, so they don't like it. They can say it's because we sell toys. They always sold toys. Now, see, and that's the thing. That's where it had you not been signed with a company like this, you would be okay. But the fact that you were signed with a company, and let's be real, this isn't something that's just a surprise, you know what I mean? This is something that had been new. This made news when they were fucking with people's Twitch accounts. You know what I mean? Right. So this is something that she knew about. It is what it is. I don't feel bad for it all. Pull up, him.
But one last thing.
Hold on, real quick, Ty. Hold on, real quick, Ty.
All right.
Oh yeah, basically there are people who have, matter of fact, Chelsea Green, Paige Van Zandt over in AEW. They have OnlyFans and stuff like that, but the thing is, AEW and Impact ain't WWE. You know what I mean? So those other companies aren't tripping on it. WWE, their company, is tripping on it.
They were tripping on the Twitch shit, wasn't they?
Exactly. That's the thing, because people had Twitch channels that they weren't getting revenue from, which is why Xavier Woods and Up Up Down Down had a whole big deal. But now they have that going. WWE gets a cut from that. And the biggest thing was it being part of their downside guarantees. You know what I mean? So it'd be like they would make, like if they signed for $200,000 and you made $100,000 off your OnlyFans, then WWE's only paying you $100,000. You know what I'm saying? They would count that towards it, and that's where the issue came from. But I believe they kind of got that settled out. I'm not sure on that. That was the old news. The news that's still in there is that she ain't supposed to be doing the shit. But pull up real quick, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick, and I'm gonna move on to the side, get ready for the other side. So yeah, but history is just gonna keep repeating itself, and we're just gonna be the mindless drones waiting for it to happen and keep talking about it. So let's just say, don't be surprised at who it is next, because I mean, from what I'm hearing, and this is further down the line, but Triple H already, after the Mandy Rose shit, he came out and said he's not happy with a lot of people right now. So we'll just see who's next.
I saw that, and I'm gonna go ahead and get on that once I go through these comments, man. Appreciate you bringing that up, bro. Keep pulling up.
Yeah, for sure.
Already, that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, Triple H even said like, yeah, some of the talent that he's brought back, he's not too happy with. One of those I think is Hit Row, and I think that's because Swerve isn't there. Swerve's in AEW, so that's not quite happening. The Good Brothers, I don't feel like are getting that reaction that he wanted. Mia Yim is another one who I feel like, I don't know, just when it comes to in-ring wise, just that I don't know what to say about that. Alpha says she is the mind of business. She's making 5 times her WWE annual pay doing the picks you mentioned. $100K. She's making $450K per month. Her WWE contract was $1 million per year. Now here's the thing, Alpha, if you still sipping, see, here's the thing though, and I was talking about this earlier that like really upsets me, and it's when motherfuckers start pocket watching and shit like that. How the fuck who has Mandy Rose herself came out and says that she's making $100K or $450,000 per month? Has she come out and said that, yeah, it's easy to get how much her contract is, $1 million per year? That's cool. That's cool. But here's my thing, and this is where I take issue with Mandy Rose, and I think y'all are letting her off the fucking hook for it. If you just pretty much say, fuck WWE, I'm making my money over here doing this and I don't want to wrestle, then guess what? Why the fuck did you sit there and wait for them to release your ass? You should have went in there, you know what I'm saying, say, hey, I'm doing this over here, let me drop this belt and move the fuck on and get out the way. You know what I mean? The point is, you wrestling, you're still in the business, your ass is taking up space. So I don't think it was, oh, I'm making more money over here. Now, granted, she's not tripping on being fired because she still has income, but she still loves the fucking business. You know what I'm saying? So I highly fucking doubt it was, oh, okay, you know what I mean? Fuck WWE, you know what I mean? They can just whatever, this shit's gonna come down. I'm not really worried about that money because I have it over here. It's not that black and white. Yes, she has that income in there, but if you don't give a fuck about wrestling, get the fuck out the way. Because this is what we ridiculed all those divas for back in the day. All these pretty faces who couldn't work worth a damn. Sable, fucking Deborah, who they threw in there. Fucking Nicole Bass, and all these fucking people. Like, move that shit around. If wrestling isn't your love and your passion, which I'm sorry, based on her work, I kind of feel like was the fucking case. I'm sorry. Based on her in-ring work, it wasn't like she was that damn good anyway. All you thirsty motherfuckers was just on her because, Ari, I'm sorry. I mean, we got a whole caller on the line, but I'm going in. But give me 1 second, man. But all of y'all are just thirsty over Mandy because of her looks. And some of y'all are giving her a pass on that and y'all ain't admitting that shit. Give me a good Mandy Rose match. I'll fucking wait. I'm not knocking her. I'm not trying to sit here and sound like a hater or anything. Hey, Mandy Rose, you beautiful as hell. You know what I'm saying? Drop dead fucking gorgeous, all of that. But when it comes to your in-ring work, I'm gonna separate that. And in-ring, you were mid as fuck. Like, you need to progress. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry right now. Right now, I'm singing my TZO touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Get the mid off the streets. Like, that is what that is. And your work rate and what you do in the ring is mid. How Mandy Rose's matches to me are like Shotzi Blackheart and Ronda Rousey at the last pay-per-view. I'm serious. She has a pretty face. Gigi Dolan is a better worker than her. The other chick is a better worker than her. And she's just a pretty face who has gotten a pass in the ring. I'm not saying she doesn't work hard because she probably has. But what I'm saying is based on how long you've been in the business, you ain't progressed enough. I'm saying the same thing about you that I was saying about Dak Prescott. Ari, pull up, man. You up in this thing. What you got for us?
Wow, that sitting through 3 minutes of you ripping apart Mandy Rose, that was very entertaining.
Yeah, man, that's what the fuck I do. You know I gives no fuck. Jennifer, what's happening?
There's 3 things I'm going to say right now. Number 1, WWE and wrestlers that like want to post or like stream, I don't really understand. I feel like the wrestler should be able to like stream and like have fun live and could make a small tiny amount of revenue. That obviously, I mean, it doesn't really amount to how much they're getting from their contract, but the thing with that is that you have to watch what you're posting on social media. All right, if you're posting like what Mandy Rose posted, if she didn't think anything would come from that, then she's stupid, because obviously WWE, people watch it on a daily basis, people use social media, and that's millions of fans, millions of people, and they're going to find that. WWE is going to find that, and they're going to do something about it. So you have to watch what you're posting if you're a part of a big company that worries about that. Now,
that's facts, man, and that's why I feel like there's a lot of people out here who are trying to pocket watch and be like, oh, Mandy's doing this. Like, what's pissing me off is all of the people who are sitting around like acting like y'all are right fucking there. That's what gets me, is when I go in all these wrestling groups where people are so quick to, oh, she's doing this because of that. Her whole reason for that, motherfucker, were you in the room? Okay, no, shut your bitch ass up. Like, oh, she's making it. Y'all don't fucking, unless Mandy Rose herself has come out and said what the number is. I don't give a fuck what Dave Meltzer said. I don't give a fuck what Brian Alvarez said. I don't give a fuck what Wade Keller said. I don't give a fuck what a dirt sheet says. Unless, those are not my reliable sources. I'm looking for the Fightfuls. I'm looking for the Sean Ross Saps. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for the legitimate people with the information, because some of y'all be bringing me fucking shit that be from old fucking bullshit satire websites, or a motherfucker with a YouTube page who's just trying to get some clicks off of a fucking headline that's fucking false advertising, really. And it's like, no, you gotta consider the fucking source. You know what I mean? And wrestling, more than anything, fucking just that rumor shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing, man. But I'm with you. But you got anything else for us, man, on that topic?
Yeah. Mandy Rose also doing that. You also have to think about Gigi Dolan and Jacy Jayne. Now, I'm gonna be honest here. I don't know if they should be Toxic Attraction starting now, since Mandy got fired. Reasoning is, nowadays, after everything that happened, when you think of the name Toxic Attraction, first thing that pops up is Mandy Rose. And it's just a shadow of what it used to be. Gigi and Jacy, if they're still going to be called Toxic Attraction, they're just going to be living in a shadow of what Mandy Rose created.
I disagree. I completely disagree. Honestly, I feel like Toxic Attraction could now grow and be even better with those two, because what I would do with Toxic Attraction is I would have them doing women's tag team shit. And while they're not doing that, if they're not in the tag team title hunt, then each of them can go and have individual stories but still be together, because they're better workers. Don't get me wrong. Hey, Gigi Dolan, I mean, if you got Gigi Dolan and Mandy Rose right there, which one are you picking? You're not gonna be mad with either or. So she's Gigi Dolan. I mean, honestly, y'all pay attention. Gigi Dolan be getting just as many clicks and shit as Mandy Rose when it comes to everybody want to see that ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying, like, Toxic Attraction, I feel like could be even better without her, because they actually have vets who can wrestle. Mandy Rose has been in the business too damn long to still look as green as she does, just like Marina Shafir. She's still pretty damn green. And yeah, so I mean that's just what the fuck my take is on the whole thing, man. Is I don't feel sorry for Mandy at all. And yeah, you got anything else for us on it, man?
I mean, they could just, if WWE does their WWE shenanigans, they could just replace Mandy with someone else, like Sonya or something. They kind of looked towards that with Sonya, but failed.
They might. I mean, who knows? Taya Valkyrie maybe could show back up. You know what I'm saying? Because there's that rumor circulating, going around. So
Hometown hero.
So there's a lot of different things that that could happen with that. But I would be okay even if they didn't. You don't have to replace Mandy to keep Toxic Attraction going, man. But hey, keep pulling up, bro. I appreciate the freaking call in. We gonna get back to this action.
Yes, you will.
Already, man. Pull up, bro. Kool-Aid so good, even a diabetic could drink it. Thank you for the call in. So yeah, just the I feel like this whole thing right now has wrestling fans being wrestling fans, where yeah, but that shit, we all know how Taya works. Taya doesn't really do a lot of multi-year deals like that. Now, I don't know the details in it, but I wouldn't be surprised if after a year or so, you know what I'm saying, she ends up strolling in. But like I say, Gigi and Homegirl and I forget her fucking name, will do just fine without her. Now, we're still waiting for our to get our guest in here and stuff like that. I already sent them the invite, so we're gonna see if we can get him in there. If not, we're gonna definitely keep it rolling until then. Let's see here. Is there anything else on there? If none of y'all have anything else to pull up on this Mandy Rose thing right here, then we can keep it moving. Let me just make sure. Hold on. It's in. Yeah, link is in email. Okay, but sorry y'all, I'm getting in touch with our guest right now. We're just having some complications there. We're trying to get him on. But JC, there you go. If that was the case, Alexa, I wouldn't be here. Oh shit, here they go. They already going in. I see ya. Pull up. But let's see what there was. I've also heard people talking about. Oh, God damn it. God damn it. Hold on. And y'all, even though y'all called in. Alright, yeah, we're trying to get that going as far as the email wise and stuff. Yeah, we'll get that right. Sorry, y'all, just trying to get the guests and all that stuff situated. But yeah, I've heard people trying to compare, talking about, oh, why is Mandy fired, but Vince this? Why is it? Y'all, this sometimes I don't think y'all be realizing y'all be acting like fucking kids sometimes. Like for real. If your ass get in trouble and the first thing your ass is doing, oh, but such and such did this. But say that, shut your ass up. Shut your ass up. That is not how us grown folk work and operate. Because as soon as you do something like that, you ain't holding yourself accountable. You can do all that shit afterwards, but the first thing you need to be focused on is what the fuck you did. You know what I'm saying? And if your ass was at fault, I don't want to hear, when it comes to this Mandy Rose situation, I don't want to hear a damn thing about Vince McMahon. Last time I checked, Vince McMahon had to retire. You know what I'm saying? Last I checked, Vince McMahon is actually on my fucking docket tonight because he got more motherfucking allegations that done popped up in this bitch. Which, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all trying to talk about this rumor, oh, Vince McMahon coming back. We gonna get to that shit. So, I ain't trying to hear that shit. But I do see them being a major factor in the women's tag team division. For sure. You say Archie Red signing with WWE on the rumor mill? Don't start with me. Don't start with me. Let me get this dude this freaking email again here, y'all. We're trying to get our sipper in here. Trying to get our guest on, Naja. Now it's showing me that it went through. For some reason he's saying he's not saying it though, but we're gonna definitely try to get my man up in here, y'all. We gonna support the local because like I say, today's indie talent is tomorrow's future for real, for real. He said, I'll start with you Sunday on our team when our team's play. Oh shit, here she go. Here she go. Alright, yeah, for some reason, we'll see what's up with that, but we're gonna definitely keep this thing pushing though. So yeah, Mandy Rose discussion, yeah. Now, let's talk about something else that happened. I mean, yeah. I don't know, how can I start this shit? Because Booker T commentated on NXT Tuesday, but he also commentated at NXT Deadline. And basically what I'm getting at is Booker T's commentating, period. Booker T's a Hall of Famer. You know, Booker T was great on the mic, you know what I'm saying? Great in the ring, Spinneroonie, all of that. Has reality of wrestling, you know, has a wrestling school, doing big things over there out of Scrooston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down. Dang it. So yeah, he has his wrestling school. I'm sorry, y'all. You trying to get this stuff situated, and I'm terrible freaking multitasking. Y'all, bear with me, please. Bear with me, please. I swear I'm not. I swear I'm not. You know what I'm saying? No corny motherfucker like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just fucking. My multitasking skills is just kind of ass. Well, like they're good, but when it comes to reading the text and then having to do something over here, yeah, nah. Yeah, if I'm having to do anything typing wise, plus talking and listening, yeah, that part of multitasking, I'm not POP holding it down in. But so we all know Booker T's a Hall of Famer. We all know this. Hey, there she go. Oh, that's sexy. Pull up then. We all know Booker T is a fucking Hall of Famer. What I gotta say though is on commentary. Oh, Book, my man, you need some work, bro. Now, I know I'm just a nobody. Who the fuck is this guy to be talking shit? What has he ever done in the wrestling business? Blah, 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 blah. I'm not talking as a hater. This is just me giving my critique as a wrestling fan, as a commentator myself, as a, you know what I'm saying, host, all that good shit. I feel like when Booker T is doing his commentary, he's doing too much. You know what I mean? One thing, and this is why sometimes when y'all be bugging about me not looking at y'all's messages or y'all's comments, it's because whenever you're a commentator, the one thing you're supposed to focus on when being a commentator is you get the talent over versus getting yourself over. So it is my job to sit here and tell the story in the ring, to get y'all excited, not just for the ones who've been sitting watching from the get-go, but from the ones who are dropping in, tuning in every second. You know what I'm saying? I have to get that over, but you have to know when to shut the fuck up. There are times that you're supposed to talk. There are times you're supposed to lay out and not say shit. You know, and that's the balance. A lot of people think, sorry, there's something in my eye. You know what I'm saying? Doing my Gilly the Kid shit over here. My eye! You know what I'm saying? But that's a lot of people think this shit is easy. You know what I mean? You look up, you see a lot of people go up, they get into these wrestling leagues and shit, they starting up their stuff, and then once in it, realize that there's a lot more that goes into this shit. And I'm talking about there's more than just booking your card and putting on your matches. I'm sorry, for me, if you want me to sit down and watch your stream, the commentary is gonna have to be on point. I'm not trying to sit there and listen to a motherfucker who sound bored. You know what I'm saying? To a motherfucker who sound like he about to go to sleep. You know what I mean? To a motherfucker who don't sound interested. I'm not about to do that. The whole point is to be interesting, and I feel like Booker T, there were times where he was talking over spots he didn't need to. You know, he was talking over his partner and just staying stuck on things just a bit too long. I think he needs to go to commentary. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say go to commentary school because that would be an insult. I would say just sit back and just do some more homework and hone that craft. Okay, hold on. Let me try this email right here. But I feel like not every wrestler, and this is a fact, y'all, not every wrestler transitions into being a great commentator. You know what I'm saying? Just because you were a great commentator or just because you were great on the mic cutting promos, don't mean you great at the commentator table. Go back and listen to a Shawn Michaels sitting at the commentator's table. Go ahead. That shit is trash. Go back and listen to Triple H on commentary. Not good at all. Go back and listen to Superstar Billy Graham. Not good on commentary. Go listen to Fuck Hulk Hogan on commentary. Not good. I can keep going. I can go listen to the Honky Tonk Man on commentary. Not good. Everybody can't be Jerry the King Lawler. Everybody can't be Stone Cold and The Rock at the commentary. Even go back and listen. Y'all know how many times The Rock stumbled over shit? You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Mankind can't come to the phone because he's too busy with The Rock's foot in his mouth, his foot type shit. Like, he got so many times he stumbled over shit in promos that, yo, just because you're a great promo does not automatically make you great on the commentator's table. So when y'all are sitting back, and yeah, I'm about to pat myself on the motherfucking back because this shit is fun. You know what I'm saying? This shit's fun. I love doing this shit, but this shit is not easy as well. It takes talent and skill to do this. So when for any stream that y'all are watching, any show that y'all are watching, I need y'all to hold on, we had them and then we lost them. I need y'all to really appreciate the talking and the mic skills for them, for not just having a good voice, for being entertaining, able to stay on topic, and just keep your ass there. If there's something that person is doing to keep your ass there, applaud them, because that shit is not fucking easy. Rihanna says, I want JR back. I'm just saying. Hey, well, right now, JR, I believe, is he's in AEW dealing with some health issues and stuff like that. But yeah, nah, he just comes and goes. I love him, but JR's just at a point where he can't do commentary full time, and that sucks. But hey, y'all already know what motherfucking time it is. Our guest is on. We got him here live. We're gonna go ahead and pull up right now. We got Naja in the motherfucking house, y'all. So this is what I want y'all to do.
I need everybody right now. If you sipping with us right now, and I know you're not sipping because you are, I need cups up in the chat. And if you don't know how to spell it, I'm gonna go ahead and type it for you in the chat so your ass ain't got no.
We got that right there. You can do Naja. You know what I'm saying? Are you cool with the Naja-sism? You know what I'm saying? Dropping that.
It's either or. NAJASISM, whatever you want to write.
Already, man. Pull up, man. That's what the hell I'm talking about, bro. Hey, thank you for coming on, man. I really do appreciate it. As anybody, you know what I'm saying, who I've had who's doing anything in the business, I applaud y'all for making time and putting away the time to come on to this show. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I'm still grinding. You know what I mean? To a lot of people, it's like, okay, who the hell is this dude? So for you to give me your time is a big deal, man. And I appreciate that. So now that we got that out the way, man, I want you to introduce yourself to the sippers. You know what I'm saying? Where you from? You know what I'm saying? And things like that. Go ahead, and then I'll get going with my questions.
Y'all should have told me if I had something to say. This would have been 10 times better, but it's all bad. My name is Naja-sism, from Atlanta, Georgia. Been doing this for about total of 8 years. I took a 5-6 year break in between my whole wrestling journey.
Okay.
I've been wrestling full time for about, in January, it'll be 2 years again. Okay. And since I came back, been winning championships, stealing the show everywhere I go. As one of my shirts say, get over, take over. That's what I do.
Freaking right.
So, you know, just pretty much always working on my craft. I'm just getting through with practice right now. You might hear the rain in the back. Still some people practicing. I also run training here in Atlanta. Georgia, like 20-30 minutes outside of Atlanta. Okay. So every week I'm training. Every week I'm booked and busy doing shows all over the Southeast. Just got through doing a big event in New Jersey 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to be traveling a lot to the up north area coming up this year. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
I saw, now when you say 2 weeks ago, was this the event? Because I saw some pictures that you posted where you went to it looked like a convention that you went out, that you went to, you know what I'm saying? I saw you taking pictures with folks and things like that. Was this that event?
So what it really was, it was a tryout for a lot of different top promotions in the U.S. and then they had some international people there, and there were a lot of wrestlers from the Jersey, the New York, Boston, all that area up north, and then I think it was about 8 total of us that came from Georgia.
Right.
Later, they had a big show that had Sting on it, Tommy Dreamer, War. A lot of Nick Aldis, a lot of people were on that show, but we were there at 8 o'clock in the morning for the tryouts from 8 to 4. Then they had a fan fest.
That's the grind, yes sir.
Then they had the fan fest from 4 to 7. Then the pre-show from 7 to 8. And then the actual event started at 8. About 10 o'clock, I was tired of wrestling, watching wrestling. Keep in mind, 100 plus wrestlers, so everybody had to have tryout matches. It just was a long day, but. Definitely made some good connections, some good networking. Pretty much every promotion there I did get contact with, and they did express wanting to work with me. Met a lot of people who have had a lot of influence in the business, so it was a win-win situation for me all the way around, pretty much.
Man, always. Anytime you able to get around, you know what I mean, and pick the brains, you know what I'm saying, of vets who's been in the business, or make those contacts, even the ones that don't work out. There's that learning experience always, you know what I mean, just going through it where you always able to pull something away from it. Now I know you said you've been going.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was just saying, something from every conversation.
Now I see you holding some gold right there, man. Like that. Just show that to the siblings right there. I see gold right there, man.
Well, it's platinum, and it's one of my championships. And this is where I'm at training tonight. I'm at the PCW Arena here in Covington, Georgia, about 20 minutes outside of Atlanta. I am the PCW champion. Won this in a triple threat match about 2 or 3 months in September. And, just collecting championships. Right now I'm enthralled in a best of 7 series going all over the Southeast with Owen Knight. One of the most talented wrestlers, not in just the U.S. I mean, not just the Southeast, but I feel like in the U.S., Owen is an amazing talent. We're on match 4 coming up this Sunday at GIPW in Warner Robins, Georgia.
Yeah, I saw his name on your resume and stuff a few times. You know what I'm saying? That y'all done had a few goals. So I was like, dang, yeah, they must be, hey, there gotta be something there. Like, I feel like anytime you see a wrestler, or 2 wrestlers who they have trilogies, or they put in that much work together. There's either
and then the best about the Southeast Best of 7 is not just that one promotion, is 7 matches in 6 different promotions. So we were able to pull a few strings. We contacted 6 of the top promotions in Georgia. These 6 top promotions, I would say, but 6 of the top promotions in Georgia, and we're having each match pretty much at each different promotion. We started off at PCW, went to Classic City Wrestling in Athens, Georgia. We went to Southern Honor in Canton, Georgia last week. Banger. Same thing about the Classic. So this Sunday, match number 4 at GIPW, we're planning on it to be just as much as a banger.
Now, Sippers, if y'all have any questions or anything like that for my man Najee here, I want y'all to pour those up in the question prompt that we have there for y'all. That way they don't get lost in the comment section. I want to make sure that we can get all of those questions in. I'm gonna let y'all do y'all's thing in the comments, chop it up. I'm gonna be paying attention right there to make sure I get those. And here I am talking all that shit, and I didn't even have the fucking card up. So now y'all can go ahead and pull those damn things up. My bad, y'all. Fucking up. Your boy fucking up. But so man, I want to ask you, how did you get started, and what brought you, it's kind of a 2-parter. What made you a fan of wrestling, and what got you into it to I'm gonna go ahead and try that?
I'm gonna give you the brief synopsis. When I was young, I always did contact sports. From 8 to 10, I did amateur boxing, made it to the Junior Olympics with amateur boxing. Then as soon as boxing, I switched over to karate, got my black belt, did karate for about 7 or 8 years. But as we get older, get in high school and stuff like that, some activities don't get as much attention as the new ones that you got going on in high school. In high school, I was captain of the wrestling team.
Right.
ranked in the state, all of that good stuff, multiple time regional champion, yada, yada, yada. And I did have a scholarship or offer for wrestling, but I decided to go with a music scholarship. Anyway, after school, I had backup dancers. I was booked on a tour in China. I was doing the music thing, and I was performing somewhere downtown in Atlanta, and wrestling flashed across the big screen. I'm like, "What's that?"
Oh shit!
And somebody was like, "Oh, that's wrestling on the weekend on Tuesday nights." I was like, "For real?" I was like, "Oh, I'm about to come." You ain't coming to. I was like, "No, I'm a huge wrestling fan." So I started watching wrestling at age 4. My grandpa turned it on, and he was watching. He was a huge wrestling fan, and I thought it was boxing, and because my dad was all I ever knew was boxing, because my dad boxed in the Army.
For sure.
My dad did go and all of that. So
and that's big in the Georgia area, period. Like, boxing is freaking huge over on that side. So it's like boxing and wrestling, those are two that I know were freaking huge out that way.
So my dad was like, when my granddad put it on, I was like, I don't want to watch no boxing. And I think I almost started crying. And anyway, every time I would go over there, he would cut it on, and eventually I just fell in love with it. I call wrestling my first love. So anyway, saw it on the screen when I went to go perform, and I told him I came, and the rest is history. I might say I had it from the first time I walked in the ring. I had been bumping since I was a little child, flipping off the dresser, doing 450s.
Already, Kurt Angle came through the door on you motherfuckers, man. What you mean? I do this. What you saying? I do this shit.
Off the roof. I literally would jump. When I got out of school, I would climb on the roof, jump off the roof, climb back up, jump off the roof, climb back up.
You look like one of them type of motherfuckers, man, for real. Because just like I've seen some clips in your matches and stuff. Because like for me, when I watch your matches, I'm not, or like the clips that I've seen in your matches, number one, that forearm was nasty on homie who was talking mad shit. That was nasty. But your technical skills, man, are there. It seems like you don't take.
That's what I wanted to. Some people might see a reel or something of mine and only think I'm a high flyer. But when you watch a full match, you see I may build up to 2 big flying moves or something like that. I'm very technical. I love to chain wrestle. I can do a whole 20-minute match of just chain wrestling. I mean, I have confidence that I can.
Right, and that's what I peeped from your clips, because the first ones I saw, that was what I took away. I was like, okay, dude's pretty. You know what I'm saying? He's doing, I'm saying, like the aerial maneuvers and stuff like that. But as I started watching more, I'm like, nah, this dude can brawl if you want to. If you want to go to the ground, he can go to the ground with you. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, that's the versatility, because nowadays, if all you were doing is just flip-flop shit, then people aren't gonna want to see that shit. They're gonna say, oh, he's just a spot monkey, blah, 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 blah. But if you could add other stuff into your game, you know what I'm saying, like you have, then it's like, man, shit, there ain't no fucking limits. And I just, like, not, you know what I'm saying, not trying to kiss ass or nothing like that, bro, but just from watching the videos and the clips, you get that point across. Like, no, I'm not just on, you know what I'm saying, high flying or just technical. I care about each part of my game, whether it's my strikes, my grapples, my high flying. I care about all that shit the same.
And I started to really notice, because, you know, us trying to get views and get likes and get it more known. When I really started to post reels and stuff last year, I was doing a lot of cool reels of like me doing a moonsault and doing a Spanish fly, you know, little cool stuff. And those videos getting about 80,000 views, 70,000 views. You know, those videos were getting a lot of views.
Right.
But I mean, that's great for attention, but no real booker who really, you know, is looking at full match and stuff. I don't think they're really looking at reels. They want to see a full match.
Yeah, they don't care about your highlight tape and shit like that. They want to see, can you carry a match? Can you sell? Can you strike? Can you tell a story in that match and shit like that? So I am so glad, bro. Thank you for saying that shit, because I tell this to people all the time, but because I'm just Archie, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I just do this shit here. I'm not in the business. You know how it is. Sometimes that shit will get dismissed like, who the fuck are you? So I'm glad that somebody in the business, in the industry, is able to come in and let people know that.
VJ, thank you so much for that like and that share. Crypto Chris, appreciate y'all pouring up those likes and things. Hey, y'all tripping if y'all ain't pulled up them shares and no cups or anything like that for the homie, man.
Now, hey, I got some sippers here who actually got some questions for you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't mind me going ahead and getting into those. Bradley, yes, you are missing a lot of action in the Georgia area. My man Bradley is out there actually in your state, so we got sippers out there in your area. You know what I mean? Y'all go check them out. You know what I'm saying? Holler at them. You know what I mean? And if you don't mind, if you can, man, whether it's right now or you go back on the live or whatever, go in, drop your links and things like that where people can find you at. I'll pin it in there so that way, you know what I'm saying, we can definitely get you plugged in. But Buckeye asked, what's your favorite match so far that you've had?
Well, I have quite a few favorite matches, and I've been. I'm just gonna brag because I'm always the humble person. And people like, why are you always acting so?
Now bump that.
So
bump that. See, I do music too, man. Hey, talk that shit. You know what I'm saying? Talk that shit. Let them know.
Bangers this year. Bangers with Rob Killjoy. Bangers with Owen Knight. Bangers with School of the Great. Chip Day. The list goes on and on. I will say I'm probably the most consistent wrestler. There's some wrestlers who've been booked better here in Georgia and who have have done some amazing things, but consistently performance-wise, I do it.
Okay.
Every time I'm
gonna get that because this one I'm not gonna really softball. So I know, you know what I'm saying, like I said, you know what I'm saying, you got a lot of bangers in there. So out of all of those bangers though, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna make you pick one. You know what I'm saying? Out of you got just like Snatch One, whether it was a moment or the chemistry, but just one match.
One this year, and it's also in my top 3 of all-time matches. Would be my.
Go ahead again. You chop that on that one. I don't think they caught you.
I would say this will be my top match for 2022, and also it'll be in my top 3 matches of all time. I feel like my I Quit match with School of the Great, Deep South Wrestling. Referee Nick Patrick from WWE, NWA, WCW.
Oh yeah.
He picked up retirement match with, so that was an honor for him to choose me to be in his retirement match. And plus we sold out downtown Atlanta with only our name.
Pull up some motherfucking cups, yo!
With only me and School of the Great's name on the billboard of the theater, we sold that building out. I think it was like 257. I think that there was like 7 seats short of a sellout, but regardless, it's downtown.
Man, yeah, you taking that one all the fucking way. Hell yeah. Yo, we even got my man Rose Cartel,
who just pulled up some cuts, man, and 100 stars saying great guest appearance, man.
So the Sippers is rocking with you, man, for real. And yeah, that was another. I saw that Skrillex on is it Skrilla the Great? That was on there because I saw that. Yeah, I saw that on your resume as well. My man Marvin here says, ask him about the Darby Allin feud.
Everybody's asking about the Darby Allin feud. So everybody's been messaging me like, when are you going to wrestle Darby? So one thing I've learned from going to tryouts and talking to more experienced people in the business, they've talked to me about like, they're not looking at highlight reels anymore. They said they would rather see somebody come up with a creative promo video or something like that. That will catch their attention. Then after they see that creative promo video, they're into your character. So now they want to go watch a match versus them seeing a 10-second clip of you doing a cool move. So me strategically trying to up my level of what I am, who I am as a wrestler right now. I started my own series of promos calling out Darby. Sting being my number one guy for so long. Sting and Shawn Michaels, my 2 favorite wrestlers. That goes enough. Me growing up loving Sting, I based my videos off of me having love for Sting and me being jealous that Darby gets this time that he gets with Sting, that Darby gets to walk to the ring with Sting, that Darby gets to get mentored by Sting. My whole thing in the promo videos is to get Sting to step back into the light, to add some color back to his face paint. Come on to my side. My side is the bright side, the light.
That's original.
Yeah. So I did a 4-part series, and you can go look at all 4 of them. They're on Instagram, and they're also on my YouTube and Facebook. And I shot that 4th one, the last part with the drone shot and everything. I shot that maybe 3 months ago, but I had so many different angles going on and storylines going on at the different promotions I'm in. I was like, I gotta focus more on what I really have going on. So I never posted the 4th Darby video, but I have posted.
It's up right now, just in case. I'm gonna probably show the Sippers, you know what I'm saying, either like in the middle or towards the end. I'm gonna give them a little something, man, for sure. Keep pulling up.
at least, and they're all short, so you can at least give them part one. So that was another way for me to get attention from AEW, maybe get a one-off with Darby. I know there's some promotions here in Georgia who have tried that are interested, would love to book it, but I don't think Darby's really into the whole indie scene right now. So for me, it's angling to get a one-off or get an actual shot with AEW. So who knows who'll see it, but that's something you're going to see a lot more of me doing in 2023. I do production, I do graphic design and everything. I help behind the scenes at a lot of promotions here in Georgia. I do flyers, I do video, I edit, shows and all of that good stuff. So next, I'm going to be focusing a lot more on production stuff for me, different promo videos. Putting the AEW graphics or the Impact graphics in my actual promo video to show them like this could have been on your TV show.
Right.
Look how production this promo he cut, and it has y'all logo already. Hell, we might as well hire them. You already got the promo video.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like we ain't even got to do no work. You know what I'm saying? It's already done. All we got to do is, the equivalent of popping the disc in. You know what I'm saying? Pop the tape in and run it. But I got two questions for you here real quick, Sippers. I'm going to get to y'all's as well. First thing, I'm right here on promos. Which one is the first one on that promo? Because I see Royal Talks and I see...
well, it should be Narcissism Darby Part 1. It should say Narcissism Darby Part 1.
I'll go through and I'll continue to look through that on there. But based off what you were just saying, I do have a question for that. Now, that's still under the promo playlist, is it?
You know what? I'm actually going to pull it up for you right now, and then I'm going to send it to you.
All right, bam, yeah. Send
So
that to me
I'm gonna
and then I got you. What's it called? So how do you, as far as on the Darby thing, how do you go about that with plugging and doing all of that without feeling like you're trying to, you know what I'm saying? Oh, hold on, we just got a new sipper. Hold on real quick, because I got to make sure I answer this all the way
correctly. Fred, Cole, pulling up, yo, we need cups up right now. Welcome our new sipper to the family with Kool-Aid so good, even the diabetic can drink it. Y'all need to show that fucking love right now, because y'all are not followers and none of that shit like that. Y'all are sippers, y'all are family. Pull the hell up.
So now what I was saying was, man, so how do you go about that with the plugs, with like the Impact, the Darby thing, and do it in a way where it doesn't feel like, oh, I'm just trying to like ride off of this person's name and stuff? Because just like you pointed out about them not wanting to see highlights and things like that, I'm pretty sure they're conscious of, you know what I'm saying, just like artists are of people trying to use their name to come up and stuff like that. So how do you go about it in a way to where you do it and it doesn't come off as such?
Because no one's gonna do it like me.
That shit real already.
First promo video, I don't think creatively no other indie wrestler would have thought to shoot. I actually put the link in the chat, right? The Zoom chat. But
okay,
the way it's shot, how I use the Sting toy, I used the old school Sting toy, his first action figure. Then I used the Crow Sting toy. Then I used pictures of Darby. Then I set Darby's picture on fire and stuff. It's just little stuff that I don't think no indie wrestler would have thought of doing.
Nah, that's freaking dope. That is freaking dope, man. I love it. And again, like I have it here. I already got it pulled up for the sippers. I'm actually going to it's about a minute and 46. So sippers, y'all stay sipping because well, actually, you know what? I actually just you want me to play it for them, you know what I'm saying, right now while you on, or you want me, what I'm saying?
Here, go ahead.
All right, well, boom. All right, y'all. So bear with me real quick. Let me go ahead. I'm about to pull this in for y'all and do that. And while I am doing that, let's go ahead and keep it up. So Cedric say he need a manager. I mean, with the job. Yo, say okay. Bradley Thomas says, "Where's the next event?" He said, "Where's the next event you're gonna be at?" That comes from Bradley Thomas.
My next 3 shows I'll give you. This Sunday, GIPW, Georgia Independent Pro Wrestling. That's in Warner Robins, Georgia, and that's match 4 of me and Owen Knight's Best of 7 Southeast Best of 7 series. Then Christmas night, I'm in the Ultimate X match at Anarchy Wrestling here in Georgia. Ultimate X, I'm defending one of my championships, the 5-star MVP championship at Anarchy. Then the first match of 2023 will be January 7th, Southern Fried Championship Wrestling. Me and Owen Knight in match 5 of the Best of 7 series.
Pull up, man. Hey, Sipper, sorry about that little blackout thing that happened there. I'm actually trying to fix this graphic, so y'all just bear with me real quick. Don't freak out. I'm just getting that set up for y'all, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be right. Hey, that's what that is. Hey, we doing it rough around here. Sometime y'all gonna see, you know what I'm saying? We gonna break the fourth wall around this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So hey, y'all stay sipping with us. I got the promo up. I'm just trying to fit it into my little TV here, showing y'all how the Kool-Aid's made. You know what I'm saying? We black around here, so we adding a whole bag of sugar in that thing. You know what I'm saying? Doing it big. But hey, let me stop the music.
Even if you're in Georgia, think you want to try it out just a little bit, just to see how it is. If you did it once, come do the free session.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, they what I'm gonna do just to I'm gonna pull it up for the sippers. I don't want us to have that freaking issue again on there, but I do have it up. I'm gonna play it for the sippers right now. I do got us back up. They definitely got all of that. Rihanna says great guest, for real. So man, they rocking with you. So what I'll do, man, because I definitely don't want to keep you up or anything. Let's see. Marvin also asked, out of the big promotions, if they had a contract for him, which one would he pick and why?
Hey, fuck you, man.
Woo! I have three responses, quick responses. WWE, I've been a fan of all my life, and I kind of want to stay a fan. But with that being said, I've never really had the aspirations to work there. But if the contract comes up, you gotta believe I'm going. Come on, man.
Already.
I'm not gonna take the contract. But I mean, that's never been my first place I would want to go because I'm such a big fan, and I've always felt like if I got there, maybe my opinion might change or my fandom might go down or something. I don't know. Now AEW, I think I could do very well. I just feel like they have too many talents. But
Yeah,
when I look at
it,
it,
a lot, yeah.
I'm one talent that would stand out with the face paint, with my style of wrestling, the way I connect with the audience. I think I would be something different to the roster. And
Yes,
of
Michael,
course,
I did get that. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. Michael, I did get your comment, man, and we'll definitely get to your question afterwards, bro. Stay sipping with us. Go ahead, man. Sorry about that.
oh no, you're good. And last but not least, Impact. They are on the rise, and I know I can do very well there. I know they'll use me well. So, you know, I'd take a contract with any three, but you know, WWE is not my first choice because I know they're going. You know, I just know
Right.
AEW. Let's go.
Those, because I feel like with those two, you would be able to more or less go. Let's just call it what it is. When it comes to creative control, you know what I'm saying?
I was about to. He took a word.
When it comes to creative control and being able to do what you want